Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Friday, June 24, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 360 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Miami Marlins vs New York Mets. Our team pick is Miami for the win. And here is why. The New York Mets are now 45-26 coming into this weekend series with the Marlins. The Mets have withstood injuries to 3/5 of their rotation, but the chinks in the armor are starting to show for the Amazons. After winning 3 out of 4 against the Marlins last weekend, the Mets went into Houston and dropped 2 straight. On Wednesday afternoon, the Mets allowed 4 runs in the first inning and another run in the third and never could quite get over the hump in a 5-3 loss. Veteran starter Carlos Carrasco had his second poor start in his last 3 games, lasting just 2.1 innings and allowing 4 hits and 5 runs. The Mets had 8 hits in the game, left 7 runners on and struck out 11 times in the loss. The Marlins continued their home stand with this series against the first-place Mets. The Marlins dropped 3 out of 4 last weekend in New York before returning home for another 4-game series against the Colorado Rockies. The Marlins will enter Friday night's game playing their 8th of 11 straight games. On Thursday afternoon at home against the Rockies, the Marlins pulled out a 3-2 victory thanks to some stellar relief work after starter Braxton Garrett was removed after 4.2 innings after giving up 9 hits and throwing 94 pitches. 4 relievers went the final 4.1 innings, allowing just 3 hits and no runs in the Marlins' third straight win. The Mets' pitching depth has been tested for the better part of the last 2 months with a mountain of injuries to their starting staff. Help may be on the way soon as Max Scherzer made a rehab start on Wednesday. They are still, however, most likely going to be without starters Jacob deGrom and Tyler Megill till likely after the All-Star break. The Mets' bullpen has had to carry a heavier bullpen with all the injuries and are just 13th in baseball in ERA. The Mets also have the 5th most blown saves in baseball, with 11 thus far. On the mound on Friday night will be Taijuan Walker. Walker has 4 quality starts among his 11 thus far this season and leads the staff with a WAR of 1.8 at this point. Walker has been excellent in his last 2 starts, allowing 2 runs in total while going 12 innings and allowing 8 hits and striking out 19 batters. The 19 strikeouts are well ahead of his season pace of under 7.9. The Marlins have a team ERA under 4 this season at 3.95. They are 15th in quality starts with 22, but just 23rd in baseball in bullpen ERA. At the plate, the Marlins are 13th in runs per game, 15th in slugging percentage and 17th in on-base percentage. As a team, the Marlins are mapping out to be a very average team both on the mound and at the plate. Miami turns to its ace in Sandy Alcantara on Friday night. He has been outstanding for Miami this season, leading the team in quality starts, wins, ERA, strikeouts and an impressive 4.3 WAR. He's averaged over 8 innings a start in his last 3 starts and led up a total of 4 runs while giving up just 18 hits and striking out 19 batters. Hard to bet against the Mets and even Walker as of late, but that's how good Alcantara has been. He is almost guaranteed to get the team into the 8th inning at least, has 11 quality starts out of 14, and has the 3rd lowest ERA in baseball. Last weekend against the Mets, he shut down the Amazons going 8 innings and allowing 6 hits and 2 runs in the Marlins' only win of the series. He is the definition of a stopper and will undoubtedly be asked to carry the Marlins through to a win in the series opener. Walker will be under immense pressure to keep the Marlins to under 2 runs to give his team a shot. Walker has pitched well of late but does not possess the plus stuff of Alcantara. The Marlins are a significantly better hitting team at home than on the road with a .262 home batting average. Our total pick is under. It wasn't too long ago that the Mets were cruising along with a huge lead in the NL East. Things have changed as the Braves tore off 14 straight wins in June and the Mets have come back to earth and now the Mets lead by only 4.5 games. They come limping into this series having lost 2 straight games to the Astros to fall to 45-26. On Wednesday they lost 5-3 as starter Carlos Carrasco got rocked for 5 runs on 4 hits in 2.1 innings. He gave up 3 home runs. Francisco Lindor and Luis Guillorme each had 2 hits for the Mets. The Miami Marlins come into this series following a series sweep against the Rockies. They are currently fourth in the NL East at 32-36, 11.5 games behind the first-place Mets. They finished off the sweep with a 3-2 win on Thursday. Avisail Garcia had the game-winning RBI in the 8th inning, scoring Luke Williams. Steven Ockert got the win in relief, while Tanner Scott got the win. The Marlins average 4.54 runs per game, which ranks 13th in the majors. They are 15th in team batting average, 13th in home runs, and 14th in slugging percentage. Garrett Cooper leads the Marlins batting .313 with 5 homers and 32 RBIs, while Jorge Soler is hitting .221 with 13 home runs and 31 RBIs. Taijuan Walker gets the start for the Mets on Friday. Walker is 5-2 on the season with an ERA of 2.88 in 11 starts. The right-hander has 44 strikeouts and 17 walks in 59.1 innings. Walker beat these same Marlins in his last outing, allowing just 1 run on 2 hits in 6.2 innings with 9 strikeouts and just 1 walk in the Mets' 3-2 win. In his career versus the Marlins, Walker has a record of 1-2 with an ERA of 3.97 and 34 strikeouts in 6 appearances. The Mets have a team ERA of 3.89, which ranks 13th in baseball. The bullpen has an ERA of 3.68, which ranks 12th in the majors. Sandy Alcantara gets the start for the Marlins on Friday. Alcantara is 7-2 on the season with an ERA of 1.72 in 14 starts. The right-hander has 90 strikeouts and 28 walks in 99.1 innings. Alcantara beat these same Mets in his last outing, allowing 2 runs on 6 hits in 8 innings with 8 strikeouts and 1 walk in a 6-2 win. In his career versus the Mets, Alcantara has a record of 3-4 with an ERA of 2.76 and 71 strikeouts in 11 appearances. The Marlins have a team ERA of 3.93, which ranks 14th in baseball. The bullpen has an ERA of 4.41, which ranks 24th in the majors. New York Yankees vs Houston Astros. Our team pick is New York Yankees. The Astros played well over the past week, winning 6 of their last 7 games. On Thursday night, the Astros looked well on their way to victory with a 6-3 lead and their closer, Ryan Pressly, on in the 9th inning. After 2 straight walks, Aaron Hicks belted a 3-run home run, and Yankees team that had had 2 hits to that point had come all the way back to tie it at 6. Pressly was removed after giving up another single, and Ryan Stanek came on to give up a walk and a walk-off single to Aaron Judge for a stunning 7-6 defeat. The Yankees have the best record in baseball, and they've been great at home where they have won 14 straight games. The Yankees made it 15 straight at home with a dramatic come-from-behind win on Thursday night. Aaron Hicks tied the game with a 3-run blast in the 9th, and Aaron Judge continued his MVP season with a single driving in the winning run for the Bombers. New York is averaging 5.12 runs per game. Their .246 batting average is 13th in the league. Their .327 on-base percentage is 3rd, while their .442 slugging percentage leads the league. Aaron Judge has been the big bat for the Yankees. He leads the team with a .302 batting average, 27 home runs, and 52 RBI. New York's pitching is among the best in the league, with the team giving up 3.01 runs per game. Opponents have a .213 batting average against the Yankees, which leads the league. Their 2.90 ERA is also first, as is their 1.06 whip. In his last start, Severino gave up 3 hits and 5 runs in 5 innings, leading to a 10-9 loss to Toronto. They will need a better start from him if they want to get the win. Houston is averaging 4.32 runs per game. Their .239 batting average is 18th in the league. Their .317 on-base percentage is 14th, while their .418 slugging percentage is 5th. Yordan Alvarez has been doing a little of everything for the Astros. He leads the team with a .315 batting average, 21 home runs, and 51 RBI. Houston's pitching has been good, with the team giving up 3.43 runs per game. Opponents have a .221 batting average against the Astros, which is 5th in the league. Their 3.04 ERA is 3rd, while their 1.13 whip is 4th. In his last start, Verlander gave up 9 hits and 7 runs in 3.2 innings, leading to a 7-0 loss to Chicago. They will need a significantly better effort from him if they want to win this game. The Yankees have won 8 of their last 10 games and 14 straight home games. They have been on a roll offensively, scoring 22 runs in their last 4 games. Even though Verlander has done a good job on the mound for the Astros, the Yankees will play well offensively in this game because New York has hit the ball well against right-handers and Verlander has struggled in recent starts, giving up 12 runs in his last 3 starts. He gave up 6 runs in his last 2 starts against the Yankees and will have a hard time slowing them down in this game. The Astros are also playing well, scoring 16 runs in their last 3 road games. Unfortunately for them, Severino has been dominant at home for the Yankees, giving up 10 runs in 7 starts. He gave up 2 runs in his last 2 starts against the Astros and will keep their offense in check, so go with New York to get the win. Our total pick is under 7.5 runs. And here is why. 2-time Cy Young Award winner Justin Verlander, a 3.230 ERA, continues to pitch well at age 39. Through 82-plus innings, Verlander has struck out 81 batters and ranks 4th in the American League with a 0.89 whip. The Houston Astros have scored 19 runs in their last 3 games and 4 or more runs in 7 of their last 8 games. The Astros have won 7 of their last 8 games when scoring 4 or more runs. Yordan Alvarez leads the Astros with 71 hits and 54 RBI, while Michael Brantley and Kyle Tucker have combined for 128 hits and 71 RBI. Justin Verlander gets the ball, and he is 8-3 with a 2.30 ERA and 81 strikeouts this season. Verlander is 8-7 with a 3.55 ERA and 135 strikeouts in his career against the Yankees. The New York Yankees have won 30 of their first 37 home games and own the best overall record in the majors. On Thursday, New York of Aaron Hicks tied the game at 6 with a 3-run blast in the bottom of the 9th inning. Aaron Judge walked it off for the Yankees, 52-18, with an RBI single. The New York Yankees have scored 16 runs in their last 3 games and 4 or more runs in 7 straight games. The Yankees have won 16 of their last 18 games when scoring 4 or more runs. Aaron Judge leads the Yankees with 79 hits and 53 RBI, while Isaiah Kiner Falefa and DJ LeMahieu have combined for 116 hits and 47 RBI. Luis Severino gets the ball, and he is 4-1 with a 3.27 ERA and 80 strikeouts this season. Severino is 2-1 with a 3.86 ERA and 33 strikeouts in his career against the Astros. The Yankees will give the nod to talented right-hander Luis Severino, 4-1 3.27 ERA, on Friday. Last time out, Severino gave up 5 runs in 5 innings during a 10-9 road loss against Toronto. New York RP Aroldis Chapman, Achilles, is expected to begin a minor league rehab assignment this weekend. Through 69 games, Houston ranks 6th in ops and 18th in runs scored. For the season, New York ranks 1st in ops and 1st in runs scored. Take the under. Tampa Bay Rays vs Pittsburgh Pirates. Our team pick is Tampa Bay. Pittsburgh has continued to struggle over the last few seasons, but it has been nice in 2022 to see some fellow NL Central rivals fall off as well. The Pirates enter the weekend in 3rd place in the divisional standings, while remaining single digits behind the Brewers and Cardinals ahead of them. While the playoffs seem like a stretch for this group, having gone 5-5 in their last 10 games gives them some confidence that they can stay competitive going forward. A 12-20 record on the road is problematic, though taking on the Rays, who have far from the most hostile home advantage, shouldn't pose too much of a problem heading into Friday's opener. For Tampa Bay, a rough few weeks has given way to them dropping further and further back in the AL East standings. They've only gone 3-7 in their last 10 games and now find themselves in 4th place in the AL East standings. Having gone 22-15 at home this season, this group is hoping that they can get the weekend going with a win and start to rebuild the confidence that has made them so dangerous over the last few seasons. Pittsburgh won't go down easily though, and while the Rays will be heavy favorites, they will need to make sure that they're sharp on both ends if they want to start to string together some wins. According to MLB.com, the Rays will hand things off to Jeffrey Springs in an effort to come away with a win in this one. He enters Friday night having impressed so far this season and is sitting with a 3-2 record and 2.00 ERA. The last time out against the Orioles, he allowed 4 runs though, and while he's been untouchable at times, it remains to be seen which version of the lefty fans can expect in this one. According to MLB.com, the Pirates will lean on Mitch Keller to lead the way and open the weekend with a bang. The righty has been hot and cold over the last few seasons, and 2022 has been filled with struggles so far. He comes into this one with a 2-5 record and 4.72 ERA, though has been much better of late. He hasn't allowed more than 2 runs in any of his last 6 starts, as he carries quite a bit of momentum into this one. The offensive side of things has been the biggest hurdle to overcome for the Pirates this season. They rank in the bottom 5 of baseball in nearly every offensive category, with their home run production being the lone item keeping them afloat. Potentially being without Hayes, .264 average, could hurt, but this lineup does have some depth that it hasn't had in past seasons. Brian Reynolds, 12 HRs, and Michael Chavis, 24 RBI, have both added production, and this lineup has the players to get going if given the opportunity. The Rays have seen their lineup take a massive step back from a production standpoint this season, and even against the Pirates, they'll need to find some improvement. They too rank near the bottom of baseball in most offensive categories, though their ability to avoid striking out has helped. Yandy Diaz, .263 average, .386 OBP, has been strong, though the lack of power, with Isaac Paredes, 9 HRs, leading the way, continues to be a problem. Injuries have been an issue for the Pirates all season long, and those woes continue into the weekend. For position players, they continue to be without Jake Marisnick, thumb, Ben Gamel, hamstring, and Yoshitomo Tsutsugo, back, while Kevin Newman, groin, and Kebrian Hayes, shoulder, both remain questionable. Adding in 2 starters and 3 relievers being ruled out, the depth woes could continue. Even though the Rays have been struggling of late, their ability to be back at home will be enough to see them grabbing the win. The Pirates have been stronger than in the past, but the Rays are still a group that has found themselves in the playoffs over the last few seasons and will rely on that experience and confidence to grab a game that they'll be expected to win. Springs has been strong more often than not, and his ability to lean on one of baseball's best defenses will be crucial. Additionally, according to Covers.com, the Pirates 8-0-8 in their last 7 Friday games and 0-7 in their last 7 interleague road games against a left-handed starter. Our total pick is under. The Pittsburgh Pirates have been struggling brutally at the plate as they are currently 28th in the majors with a .652 ops while scoring 3.67 runs per game thus far. Center fielder Brian Reynolds has been hitting well throughout the season as he has a .797 ops with 12 homers and 23 RBI with 27 walks and 65 strikeouts. He has been doing incredibly well in his previous 15 games as he has a .415, .450, .736 line with 4 home runs and 9 RBI in that stretch. The Tampa Bay Rays have also not hit the ball well this season as they are sitting tied for 25th in the sport with the Arizona Diamondbacks with a .671 ops while averaging 4.03 runs per game. Third baseman Yandy Diaz has been doing pretty well as he has a .727 ops with 3 home runs and 15 RBI with 38 walks and 27 strikeouts. He has been hitting better at home this year as he has a .765 ops with 2 homers and 5 RBI in 31 games. Mitch Keller has been struggling a bit this season, according to his baseball saving page, as he is in the 15th percentile in chase rate, 16th percentile in whiff percentage, 24th percentile in strikeout percentage, and 30th percentile in walk percentage. Keller has a 5-pitch arsenal: fastball, slider, sinker, curveball, changeup, and his fastball has been hit the most as he has a .308 batting average and a .495 slugging percentage. This will be the first career pitching appearance against the Rays, so this should be an interesting outing. Jeffrey Springs has been doing incredibly well this season, according to his baseball saving page, as he is in the 95th percentile in chase rate, 82nd percentile in average exit velocity, 78th percentile in ZERA, and 78th percentile in SWOBA. He has 3 different pitches: fastball, changeup, slider, and his best pitch has been his slider, as it has a .184 batting average and a .211 slugging percentage. Springs will be facing the Pirates for the first time in his entire career, so this should be an interesting outing for him here. These teams have been struggling to have a good BABIP as the Pirates are currently 27th in the majors with a .273 BABIP this season, while the Rays are 21st in the big leagues with a .282 BABIP thus far. Neither team has really hit the ball out of the park thus far, as Pittsburgh is tied for 18th in the big leagues with 67 homers, and Tampa Bay is tied for 20th with 66 home runs so far.